Thailand's renewed political tension is increasingly worrisome as the government continues to ignore the demands of anti-establishment protesters who are becoming bolder under the spotlight of global attention. The youth-led protesters have been rallying for the past 3 months, demanding Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha and his government to step down, the constitution to be rewritten, and the monarchy to be reformed. Prayut has rejected all calls to quit. Parliament has delayed charter change motions, and there has been zero response to demands for reform of the monarchy. The protests are now attracting global attention, while the Prime Minister is facing increasing pressure to step down. Thitipon Pakdiwanit, Dean of the Faculty of Political Science at Ubon Ratchathani University, believes the cat and mouse game between authorities and protesters will drag on for the next 2 to 3 months, with both sides maintaining pressure on the other. Thitipon said the government will not exercise 100% suppression as it risks losing legitimacy if there is even one death. A softer stance also means it can stay in power for a while. Prayut placed Bangkok under a grave state of emergency as of 4 a.m. on October 15th, banning gatherings of 5 or more people, any actions that may incite unrest, and allowing detention of suspects without charge for up to 30 days. The Prime Minister issued the order to disperse thousands of protesters who had camped outside Government House the night before. As of Sunday, protesters had staged rallies for 5 successive days in different locations in Bangkok, from Government House to Raprasong and Pathumwan to La Prao intersection and the Victory Monument, in clear defiance of the emergency decree. Things came to a peak on Friday when riot police used water cannons on peaceful protesters at Pathumwan intersection in the heart of the city. The attempt to crack down did not suppress protesters, instead added momentum to their movement and brought more people out on the streets. With most of the movement's core leaders arrested, rallies began being organized through social media. Locations, timings, instructions, advice, and warnings were communicated through online channels. The Thai Lawyers for Human Rights states that since October 13th, at least 80 people have been arrested over protest-related charges. But many believe this strategy will not work because either new protest leaders will keep emerging or the protest movement will become a leaderless endeavor. Fear and intimidation are useful tools for governments to control dissent, but Friday's crackdown and the severe emergency decree have drawn concern and condemnation from both local and international human rights organizations, academics, doctors, and civic groups. And with his decision apparently backfiring, Prayut appears to be facing more pressure. In a bid to end the political impasse, one group has started collecting signatures demanding Prayut to resign and the parliament to vote in a new prime minister. So far, 157 people, mostly academics, former judges, activists, politicians, and businessmen have signed the petition. At the end, business experts said the immediate moves must be made to ease tensions, and both sides must come together to talk, and the government should not use force against the protesters.